Hey guys, it's Adam here, and it's Sunday, and it's nice out. It's very nice out. It's a good day to be awake early in the morning. I think it's around 10 o'clock. Supposed to be overcast today, but the sun's breaking through. But we do have a lot of clouds overhead, but that's okay, because it's a good day. Well, I remember last night when I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to just stay home and go to bed on time and then wake up today. And then I sat there and I'm like, you know what, I need to go to Walmart. I don't want to have to go grocery shopping today when I go to pick up my, the stuff I need to make what I need to make tonight. And I guess it's happening today, so I can explain more of that. Basically guys, what I'm making tonight is a low carb, high protein shepherd's pie. You see, shepherd's pie was one of those things that Mom used to make way back in the day, and it was like a Sunday thing. Now, the reason why shepherd's pie, the original one, is so fattening is because of the products we use. Think about it. What do you use? You put hamburger, and then you use mashed potatoes and corn and just all sorts of high calorie stuff. It's like one bowl of the stuff is just brutal. So I found a way how to make it and reduce the amount of calories in it. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm actually making French toast. See, my buddy Kevin, like I said, every day he wakes up and he has French toast. And he's actually cutting. Now, he's like me, he goes to the gym a lot, puts in about an hour a day, 2 hours a day. I shouldn't say he goes to the gym, because the gym is closed. He works out at home. So that's what I'm doing, making some French toast right now. Should be good. But for the past, like, 2 months, that's what he's been doing. He makes 4 French toasts in the morning, so the bread's around 360 calories. And then he uses egg whites instead of using whole eggs to keep the calories down. So 100 grams of egg whites is only 45 calories and 10 grams of protein. He throws in cinnamon for the sugar effect, like the effect to counteract insulin. So it makes your insulin slow release, so you don't get as big of an insulin spike, but it's still pretty good. And then he'll top that off with some stevia, monk's fruit, whatever sweetener that you want to use. I'm today using Sorf, which is 0 calories, and I like it, so I use it. The bread I'm using is what they had at Walmart, which was called Vallegro or whatever, and it's okay. Not the best bread, mind you, but good enough, good stuff, right? Heard me use that line a couple times already. I sprayed my pan with cooking spray to see if I can get it to not stick, but I have a feeling that's a failed attempt. Now this is the first time I've ever made French toast, so I don't know exactly how much egg I should have put in my container to mix them up. I put 100 grams as that's the measurement they have on the carton, and 100 grams is coming shy. 100 grams is good for 2 toast, but not for 4, so we're gonna have to mix up some more of this stuff here and get it going. They had these on sale at Walmart for like $3.97, and it's equivalent to, they say, 30 egg whites. So it's 45 calories per 100 kilometers, look crap, per 100 grams, and 10 grams of protein, and no fat and no carbs. Just pure protein right here. The noise you heard was me using the electric whisk a while ago. Basically it gets everything blended together, all the stevia and monk's fruit and cinnamon. So these are pretty much done. They look pretty good. I'll go ahead and plate them and cook 2 more. So now that we don't need to go to shopping to get anything for food, I guess after we're done eating and digesting, I want to go for a bike ride, guys. I haven't done a bike ride now. I think last weekend I couldn't because it was raining. So it's been about 2 weeks since I went and did the one rip where we went out to, went down to my friend's house and her bike was giving her trouble. And then we ended up going to Laurier Woods, getting lost back there. That was fun, not really. And then came home and enjoyed the night. Did some live streaming, all that fun stuff. That was about a while ago, like a long time ago, 2 weeks ago. Feels like yesterday, but it wasn't. So I really want to go for a bike ride, and that's what I want to do today. So that's why I got up at a decent hour. I didn't set my alarm, I just knew I was going to wake up at a decent hour because my body can't sleep in. And I really want to bang out some cardio today. Like yesterday I did pretty good for cardio, for just walking, if you will, you know. My friend and I, we did the walk around here. It was about an hour's walk at a good pace, and then we went and got those taco salads, and then went and sat at the waterfront, ate them, which was really windy, really crazy. And then we walked around down there for another half an hour. So 90 minutes of walking yesterday, on top of all the farmers walking, and that was a lot of cardio. Because I just want to get my fat percentage down. I can see my abs, I can see the outlines. I'm at that mark now where it's like they're there, so I know I have them. They're peeking out, like, hello, is it safe to come out yet? And I'm just like, yeah, buddy, come on out. And they're like, I'm scared. And I'm like, okay. So I gotta like coax them into coming out by like lowering the fat content, burn off more fat so that they decide to make a special appearance. Because honestly, it'd be neat to see abs on me, for me anyway. Because all my life I've been a fat kid. Like all my life. Like even when I was younger I was chunky, and older I was chunky, and I was always probably sitting around the 30+% body fat. I never was below 25% because I just didn't understand food. If it tasted good, I wanted it in my face hole, and that's how a lot of us are. You know, we don't think, we eat. And even people who are dieting right now and counting calories, they're not doing it properly. I can tell you that right now, because a lot of times people will not count things like if they're putting syrup, or my personal favorite, ketchup. People don't count ketchup. Ketchup has a lot of sugar in it, guys. One tablespoon of ketchup has 5 carbs, 4 grams of sugar, and it's 20 calories. A tablespoon. So if you're making meatloaf and you end up putting a half a cup in there, how many calories did you just add to your friggin' thing? You gotta measure that if you want to do it right. You can't just go by some internet recipe and expect them to get the calories right, because they're guesstimating too. They're almost just as lazy as you are. So that's why, like, if I download a recipe, like this here recipe here, my buddy told me, he's like, oh, this is what it is, and this is how many calories it is, and how many grams of protein. Well, I'm doing the math on my own, and he's wrong. So he told me he has 4 French toast every morning with he uses Walden Farms 0-calorie syrup, and he said his 4 French toast are 600 grams or 600 calories. He uses the same Villagro bread I use. This stuff here, Villaggio, I just like it because it's always fresh, classico, so Italiano. The egg whites he uses are God knows what brand. I never asked him that because, well, they're egg whites. Like, come on. Unless they're somehow like marked differently, like protein egg whites, more protein in these egg whites, which means they've obviously took egg whites and doctored them with something. Unless it's listed as some sort of a enhanced product, egg whites are egg whites are egg whites. It all comes down to your serving size. So for my egg whites, which I just got, I showed you before, these ones here, these well, that's the French side, Nature Egg, Simply Egg Whites. Look at that happy little bastard there, eh? Happy little egg bastard. He's like, I'm gonna be French toast today. Literally ingredients: liquid egg whites, contains eggs, 45 calories, 0 across the board except for 10 grams of protein, and that's in a 100 gram serving, 1/3 of a cup. I used 175 grams for my serving to make 4 French toast. So with the 4 slices of bread and everything involved currently, now I'm going to throw some Greek yogurt onto it. We are looking at 443 calories, because that's all I've had today, so we'll just look at today's calories in. And 64 grams of carbs, or 68 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 29 grams of protein. That is it. I have no idea where he's getting his numbers from. Now I know there's a bread on the market called P28 bread, and it's known for having 0, like a low carb count, no fat count, but a super high protein count. Meaning, like, it's 1 slice of bread is 260 calories, but also 1 slice of bread is 28 grams of protein in 1 slice of freaking bread. But like, the bread slices are freaking thick, so you end up buying a loaf and you get like 7 slices out of it because they just chop it into 7 pieces and call them slices. Well, I guess theoretically they're slicing it, so it's slices anyway, whatever. That's what they do. I'm gonna have some of this. I don't know if this is gonna be any good. There's chocolate syrup on it. I wanted maple syrup, but whoops. Alright guys, there we go. French toast with chocolate syrup and Greek yogurt. So, to make it equivalent to my buddies, what I did was I added 200 grams of Greek yogurt to it. And now we're sitting more in his territory at 643 calories in, 45 grams of protein, 90 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat. Alright, let's go upstairs. I'm watching an old movie, guys. I'm watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The one that came out in like the early 90s. Not the one with Vanilla Ice. That was Turtles 2. They're the original. Master Shredder and Splinter. Yeah, pretty crazy. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how this tastes. Alright guys, let's see if I can cut this. It's been a long time since I had French toast. Like, I think I was a kid. Dad made it once. And that was all she wrote. Okay, let's see if we can... This is some seriously dense food. Alright, so there we go. Mmm. It's like having dessert for breakfast. This is so awesome. Okay, I gotta go buy. Holy crap, guys. That French toast. Oh, that's gonna sit in there for a while. It's gone. Annihilated. Destroyed. You know what? Okay, all week I've been having eggs, sausage patty, hash browns. You saw that. It's been the same damn thing all week. You know what the problem with that is? I was hungry an hour later. I need to go out to the garage real quick and make sure my battery is plugged in for the bike. No, it's not an e-bike battery. It's the battery that keeps my camera charged. Kind of pissed off though. I bought an SD card off of Amazon. I ordered it on Monday and it was supposed to be here on Thursday, but the package got shipped weird and sent to freaking Sudbury. Like, I don't understand how this keeps happening. Like, Sudbury's 90 minutes away. How do you mess that up so bad? Oh, I do have my battery charged. Okay. This is the battery I'm referring to, guys. It's one of these cell phone charging batteries. It has a 2 amp out and it's enough to keep my camera charged. Because I like to film my bike rides when I go to, when I do my bike rides. I like to film them. It's fun. But, you know, I ordered it, the 128, because I had that 128 gig card. But it failed its integrity test. So it's no good for what I want to do. I wanted to deal with this today too, but you know what? That'll be another day because I really want to do some bike riding and enjoy my only day off this week. You know, I can also deal with this after work tomorrow, as long as it doesn't rain. Because I want to kill all this off. Because like I said, my first objective is fix that mess. Then my next objective is to put a deck on the backyard. I like to have my barbecue out here, and like right now it'd be great just to sit out here, tarps off, get a suntan, all that fun stuff. But I got to get rid of stuff, obviously. I got to get rid of this tractor, that tractor, those washers and dryers, all that fun stuff. But it'd be nice to have a deck out here where I could have some patio furniture and just relax and enjoy the day and you know, do a whole lot of nothing. And once I get rid of this here, I want to move these patio stones. It'd be also nice if I had a deck out here I could skip on it, because I do have a skipping rope and I can do skipping, and that is an amazing form of cardio, guys. Like an amazing form of cardio. I could theoretically skip right here on the lawn, I guess. Do it by that dandelion there and rip it up. But cool. I didn't know if I plugged in that battery, and apparently I did. I must have did it last night and I forgot. I need to deal with this too. Now, a lot of people are saying just grab a spade and push it right and lift and it'll chop the heads off, but I think what I'm going to do is use the weed whacker, get in there, and then I'm going to treat it. And that should hopefully deal with it. It's like that shit there, eh? I think the neighbor lost their dog. They're just over there yelling at their dog, and the dog's probably like, I don't care, I don't like you guys, I'm doing my own thing now. It's what I do on my dog. Anyway, I wanted to deal with that today, but I also really want a bike ride. Like, I want to go into a heavy calorie deficit and really roast some fat. Today is the only day I can do it. I haven't been able to bike ride, like I said earlier, for a long freaking time due to work and weather and all that. So today it's an optimal weather day. I'm not working. The only thing holding me back from biking is me jumping on the bike and going for a rip. But I know what I just ate is heavy, still digesting, and I can feel that I'm about to have a poop on deck. So I'm waiting for that there to like load into the torpedo bay so I can fire the torpedoes, and then we're gonna go rip some mega cardio. But should be a good day for hay, but an even better day for cardio. Yay. Get that beverage India. Actually, I'm gonna bring that downstairs. Anyway, people, today is currently 12:30 and I finally had a crap. It was awesome. So now I can go for a bike ride and not be like, oh, gotta cut her short because I gotta go home and dump. So there's only one ingredient I don't have for my shepherd's pie that I really wish I did have, but I don't. So not a big deal. It's just to add flavor. It's the herb and parmesan powdered seasoning stuff. I thought I had some, but I don't. And I don't feel like going to the grocery store today. I'm pretty sure I don't have any left. And basically, if you remember back in the day when I used to make my steak, potatoes, and vegetables, I used to always add this shit. Paprika, that's celery salt. I used to always add this shit to the potatoes. And it was like a white powder. But the taste of it is just stupid amazing. And you know, I used to use it on my potatoes, I used to use it on my vegetables, I used to use it in everything because it just gives it this flavor that is unmatched and unprecedented and fan-damn-tastic. I guess I left my water bottle on the bike. Shit. Okay, well, let's go get that. We'll get the camera, not Camaro, camera. Attach that to the bike, come back inside, restock the water, and then let's go for a rip. Just want to say this is the first bike ride that I've done in a fed state, not starting fasted. You know, and I thought about that whole idea where people do fasted cardio and the thoughts of it burning more fat, and you know, the more I think about it, the more I realize how stupid it sounds. Like, the laws of thermodynamics are simple. So if you're gonna eat, and I'm gonna use weight instead of calories because it makes more sense this way. If you're gonna eat 10 pounds of food, like let's say, okay, you weigh 100 pounds. We're just gonna use easy numbers. You weigh 100 pounds. You eat 10 pounds of food. How much do you weigh now? Well, you weigh 110 because you just put 10 pounds in your body, all right? You don't magically not weigh that, because it's like if you weigh 100 pounds and you pick up a 10-pound weight, you weigh 110 pounds now. So let's say you wake up in the morning and you weigh 100 pounds and you run some cardio or you do some weights, whatever, you exercise, and you knock off 5 pounds, but then you eat 10 pounds of eggs. Well, all you did was you went down to 95 pounds, now you're back up to 105 pounds. But let's say you wake up in the morning and you eat 10 pounds of eggs and then you do 5 pounds of cardio reduction later on in the day, you're still 105 pounds. The whole idea of like, the reason why keto works, it's not because of the fundamental ideas of if you eat more fat, you'll eat less carbs, so your body will be in fat burn mode all the time. The idea is you cannot overeat on keto unless you have a serious eating disorder or you're uneducated about food. The food is so damn satiating because of fat and protein that you physically can't drive any more in your gut, and you end up skipping meals because what you had for breakfast is holding you over for lunch and pretty much halfway through supper. So by the time you get to supper time, you don't even want to look at food, but you do anyway. This is why it was so easy for me on keto to do the OMAD, 1 meal a day, have 1,200 calories a day, and drop all these crazy pounds and get to a better weight category or whatever. Words are hard today. And a lot of people think like the laws of thermodynamics are simple. Like, it's very, very simple. Calories in, calories out. It's the reason why diets like keto and vegan and paleo work is because you're eating low calorie, high dense foods, or you're eating high calorie, dense foods that you can only eat so much of before you just can't eat anymore. And then you end up skipping meals because you're just not hungry throughout the day. You know, I see it all the damn time on the forums. I'm on a couple keto forums just to get some ideas for recipes, because I like to see what people are dicking with. There's a lot of good cooks out there, you know, a lot of people with a lot of creative ideas. Hence the shepherd's pie that I'm making tonight. I need my keys. But like the shepherd's pie, for instance, that I'm making tonight. But then I see people talking like, well, guys, I've been doing keto now for 5 months, and I hit a plateau, and I'm not going anywhere else. And then people will start suggesting things like, oh, well, why don't you try fasting? Why don't you try intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, so on and so forth. Which is a good approach if you think about it, because literally what they're telling them is, why don't you try putting down the damn fork? In other words, without being rude about it, they're literally saying you're obviously taking in more calories than you're burning, so stop. Or a guy like me will ask, well, what are you eating in a day? And then they'll explain. And then I'll look at the calorie intake and they say, okay, well, what are you doing in a day? Oh, not too much. You know, I have an office job, and I go home, and then I got to feed my kids, put them to bed, and then I like to watch my soap operas, and then I go to bed. And I'm thinking, okay, so you do nothing. You do nothing active. You know, I hate being the one to preach this, because I was one of these people, but you know what? Live through experience. 30 minutes a day. That's all I got to do is activity, 30 minutes a day. Whether it's pacing around, whether it's going for a walk, doesn't have to be weights, doesn't have to be an exercise bike, cardio, elliptical, going to the gym. Just do something active. There's this thing called NEAT, non-exercise active thermogenesis. What NEAT is like when you're doing your housework, pushing the vacuum, washing the dishes, outside mowing the lawn. Even if you work in an office and you have the luxury like I do with a sit-stand desk, standing all day for 8 hours is classified as NEAT workout. It's not exercise, but it's active thermogenesis, because your body has to burn more your heart rate's going to be above your resting caloric burn. So you're going to have to burn more calories. And when I'm sitting at my desk at work, I'm around 61 to 65 beats per minute. And when I'm standing at my desk at work, I'm at 87 to 92. Because now my body has to focus on keeping the legs working, keeping the core tucked, keeping the spine good, keeping the glutes good. Everything's got to be engaged. There's no relaxation. It's go. And then I'm pacing on top of that, so that'll get her up a little bit higher too. I mentioned that standing all day at work, I burned anywhere from, I would come home after a day at work, I would come home at 16 to 1800 calories burnt. And standing, I would come home anywhere from 2100 to 2400 burnt. So the difference was mind-blowing, according to the Fitbit watch. So NEAT is another thing that you got to pay attention to. And 30 minutes of actual activity. Ride a bike, go for a walk. I don't recommend running, but if you're into running, then go for a run. But you might frig over your legs later on in life. I know my knees are shot from all the running back in the day of karate and all that. We used to have to run a lot, and my knees are not happy with me. But I can ride a bike still, and I can still do squats, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm sitting here chatting. I should be out there riding. Actually, I should text my friend and let her know about... You know what, can I just talk to this one? About to go for a bike ride. Cool, talk and text. I've never used that feature before. That's fun. That's real fun. All right, guys, I've been vlogging too much. I pick up this camera and I just get verbal diarrhea and start spewing into it. Let's jump on the bicyclette. Let's get this thing outside, get the Fitbit ready to calculate. I turned off the GPS on my phone so it shouldn't fire me into the lake. And yeah, let's get after it. gonna go for a rip, and we got my fat bike and my friend borrowed her, I guess, nephew's fat bike, we'll say. Godson's fat bike, there we go. Both Schwinn Biggities, both heavy beasts. You can tell which one's mine because mine's more gray from overspray when spraying the Trans Am, but in all, same damn bike, so let's go for a rip. back. And you probably noticed I stopped off there. Yeah, I picked up some spice at the grocery store. Alright, I need to grab the camera. Oh man. Turn it off. Oh, I gotta go for a piss. So bad. Put my bike key there. Well, that was officially my longest ride ever. Guys, we did 52 kilometers today. Holy crap. I am spanked. Alright, I gotta piss. Anyway, that was a good bike ride. Very good bike ride. I'll hopefully remember to put the stats right here so you can see. I use Strava because Fitbit's a piece of shit and it doesn't record anything ever right. Like I mentioned the walk yesterday and I know I forgot to put it in the video where it just like fired me off into the lake. And today it literally, I got to my friend's house and it's like, oh, you biked for 0.5 kilometers. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I super didn't. You're dumb. So that was a thing. Anyway, I discovered Food Basics has a bike, well, Shoppers Drug Mart, beside Food Basics, has a bike rack, so that's why I parked the bike there. Went inside and got this in a Red Bull. So I had a sugar-free Red Bull there, just to give me some more jam. And it worked, because my hill outside here, normally I put her in first and climb it. Guys, I left her in 7th. And that's another problem I'm having with the bike. I'm pretty sure that trip through the woods there I did last time I was out, that I did some harm to my bike. Yeah, pretty sure I frigged something up because I'm gonna play a clip here of me riding the bike and you can hear tink, tink, tink. Only when the pedals are under load. Same thing my friend's supercycle bike was doing. I have a feeling it's the derailleurs out of alignment or there's dirt somewhere, because when we got back to her house, I grabbed her WD-40. I know not the best thing to use for chain oil because it's not chain oil, it's just water displacement. But I used it and the problem seemed to go away. Oh, it's a cat in a box and she's out. All right. So that was the sound that the chain was making. Freaking annoying, mind you. Like very, very annoying. Clean water and put that away. I do stupid things a lot of the time. I need a protein shake. So something I'm gonna do is put 75 grams worth of strawberries in my protein shake. Should be good. Look at that. It's so pink. Oh, it's probably being color corrected. It really looks gray. Alright guys, so I'm still making the shepherd's pie tonight. That's definitely happening. We got mushrooms, we got beef, or sorry, turkey. We got peppers, and we got the cauli, and we got the thing that's gonna make it all come together. This shit. Alright, I just need to go relax for a minute. Actually, I'm gonna get myself a beverage and go relax for a minute. My legs are pumped and I need them to deflate. Alright guys, I got the vlog all edited up. All my computer work is done. Woot! My legs are on fire. I love it. It means I ripped hard today. And let me tell you, I ripped hard today. That bike ride while on food was so much more effective than not on food. Do I know what I weigh right now? I don't really care. I'll weigh myself in the morning. Okay, we'll go weigh ourselves right now wearing clothes and we'll see what we come in at. I'm curious because that was a good bike ride. I knocked out a lot of calories and I only ate like 643 so far today plus the protein shake. So I'm probably sitting at 900 calories in. And according to Fitbit, well, I don't know how many out. According to Fitbit, we did 2,592 calories so far today. Well, that's pretty good for 5:34. Yep. That's happening right now. Cats are freaking weird. Anyway, while holding the camera and wearing jeans and my shirt, I'm coming in at 227, 228, 228. That's not too bad, so that'll probably be around 224, 223 point something. Okay, I need to move some stuff off my counter here. I need some space. Alright guys, so this here shepherd's pie. Oh, wrong button. Normally to make shepherd's pie, you need potatoes. We're going to be using cauli. So, the way this works is, we're going to blast the cauliflower in the pressure cooker, completely destroy it, and then we're going to pass it through the Ninja blender and puree it. This should give it the consistency of mashed potatoes. Nice. Now if you don't have a pressure cooker, don't worry. You can boil your cauliflower and then nail it with your blender. If you don't have a blender, well, I don't know what to tell you. Just got to figure something out. Alrighty, so we got this set to go. It's gonna do its thing because there ain't no thing like a chicken wing. She's pissed off because there's something outside that she wants to kill, but she can't because she's protected by windows. Right, buddy? Yeah, you're a weirdo. And he's just naturally born stupid. Anyway, we might as well get the ground turkey out here. And the mushrooms. And the peppers. Get this all chopped up. You know what? There's a head of broccoli in there too. Let's throw in a head of broccoli while we're at it. Let's really make the base of this thing hearty and awesome. Alright, so we got everything here. I forgot about this pan, guys. I'm sitting here like, oh, I gotta go up and buy a freaking brand new frying pan and all that other fun stuff. And meanwhile, I got a freaking awesome pan that was just hiding down there. So, I'm gonna use this pan from now on. Alright, so we're going to use, I got you on medium heat. I'm going to lower that down a bit. You know what? Let's go with the ground beef first. We'll get that browned up and then we'll add the veg. And I keep calling it ground beef, guys, but it's extra lean ground turkey. And it's going to be awesome. Alrighty, we'll let that cook up for a bit. And then we'll, you know, do the typical moving it around and grinding it up and making it not into giant square patties. Also, we got some peppers, some mushrooms, some broccoli. It's going to be great. See, I remember when Mom used to make shepherd's pie, she would just basically use peas, corn, and potatoes and ground beef. Now, I'm not a fan of corn. I personally don't think it should be consumed by humans. To each their own, though. If people want to consume corn, consume corn. But I prefer not to, because in farming areas per se, corn is used to fatten up the livestock so you can get more yield on the market, because cows and pigs and that, they're basically sold based on their weight. So the heavier the livestock is, the more money you're going to get at the market for said creature. 600-pound cow versus a 400-pound cow. Logic dictates that 600-pound cow is going to generate more meat, therefore in the long run is going to be more financially beneficial, if you will. So they'll pay a little bit more for the fatter cow, even though it was corn fed and not grass fed, because in the end, the more the merrier, right? Right. So because corn feeding is a nice trick from farmers to fatten their animals up, I feel like it's a dirty trick in the industry to fatten people up. So I prefer to avoid corn. Yeah, it's tasty. I used to love it all the time. Like back in the day, there's videos of me even making corn on the cob in the microwave, on the barbecue, stovetop. That was before I dug into nutrition. Decided to start learning things about that area and such, and realizing that, wow, I was pretty bad back in the day. And I'm glad I got better. Alright, so we got 11 minutes left on this guy here, and I've already gone ahead and thrown everything in there. Let's go ahead and show you that. So basically I got everything cooking down in here. All the first layer before you pour the cauliflower over top of it all. So I seasoned it with some garlic salt and, well, garlic powder. I love garlic. It's really good. Sure, it sucks when you sweat and you literally stink because the garlic just goes through you. But they say it's good for the heart and it's good for the mind. And personally, you kind of need both of those working in tip-top shape to be able to, you know, carry on. So why not take whatever extra steps you can to increase your nutrition value and just throw some garlic to some foods here and there and get all you can get. So you don't need to cook this all the way through. You definitely want to brown the meat, or in my case, gray it. Go turkey. You can use ground chicken. You can use ground beef for this too if you don't really care about the calories. The whole idea is this is a calorie dense or low calorie dense food option. So like a bowl of this is going to fill you up and it's going to keep you full for a while. But it's not going to have as much calories as, say, if you use beef or pork. So, and I'm going to have a lot left over. So that's sweet too. Now when all is said and done, you got to fire this into the oven. Oh, that reminds me. I got to find out. I should probably start preheating that. What time do we got on you? You got 9 minutes? Yeah, I should probably start preheating you. So I'm going to put it in at 360 and do. I got nothing in there right now. Okay, good. Very good. So I was going to put it in a casserole dish, but I realized my casserole dish is kind of small and it's actually smaller than the frying pan, so all that meat and veg would not fit in it. So back in the day when Mom used to make shepherd's pie, it wasn't exactly one of my favorites. So whenever I saw this pan out on the counter, I knew right away, aw, shepherd's pie, man. And this is the pan I'm referring to. So, yep. Guaranteed if you don't have one, your parents had one. These were like the oven-cooked roast beef, oven-cooked roast pork, oven-cooked shepherd's pie. This was the pan they had. This was the creme de la creme. Well, sure enough, when I got my house back in 2006, my parents got me one because Mom assumed I was going to be making a lot of roasts. I think I've used that thing about a handful of times. Go air fryer nation, boys, and Instant Pot. You want to make a roast, you Instant Pot it, comes out fan-damn-tastic. If you need a knife to cut it, you didn't cook it right. Alright, well, all my veg and meat is all cooked down, so I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the casserole dish, or whatever the hell we call these roast pans. I guess we can call it a roast pan. And then we got about 3 minutes left on the cauli before it gets turned into mashed cauli potatoes. Alrighty guys, well this is done. And when you pressure cook cauliflower, it becomes really gooey. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire it into my blender, this time making sure that I actually have the blades into it. I'm using this spoon with the holes in the bottom so I can get more cauli, less juice. I probably should have done 2 heads of cauli because the size of the batch that I'm making is pretty big. So we're not going to have much pureed potato-ish material on top. But that is okay, I guess. Okay, once you got your broccoli in your blender, you're going to want to put a generous amount of this shit into it. You just get her in there. It's a fresh bottle, so you got to spank it like a bad kid. I guess we're not allowed to do that anymore, so spank it like a purchased date. And then we blend it up, and pureed cauli looks like mashed potatoes. Honestly wish I had more, but we'll have to make it do for this time around. But doesn't that have the texture of mashed potatoes? Like look at it. You would not know until you tasted it and went, hey, these potatoes taste funky. Are they rotten? Well guys, it's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted more potatoes. By that I mean cauli. But we get what we get. Next time I'll make sure to buy 2 or 3 heads. You know, more the merrier. And really get it onto it. So, I'm telling you right now, it actually tastes like mashed potatoes too. I'm impressed. I'm super impressed. So Mom used to throw some seasoning salt onto it back in the day. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just to give it a little bit of a zing. Now, I bought the ingredients intended for for like a small... My buddy usually uses a small casserole dish when he makes it. Makes enough for 4 hits. But you guys know me, like when I cook for a small family. Alright, so I'm going to drill it in the oven at 360 for 15 minutes. And that should give us the desired outcome, minus the fact that we definitely could have benefited from a frig ton more cauli. Oh well, we'll get it next time. But it's still going to be pretty damn good. I do know this for a fact, because every single ingredient in there tastes freaking awesome, and that's all that matters. All right, we'll let that bake, and then we'll come and check on it in a bit. Let's get after it. I gotta go sit down for a minute. My legs are just annihilated. All right, guys. My watch is about the buzz, which means that shite is done. So let's get on some oven mittens. Grip and rip it out of the oven. Burp my face off. And let's get some din-din going up in this bear. Alright guys, I'm doing the left-handed camera hold. Well, I got an oven mitten on my hand. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, would you look at that? That looks actually really good. Wish I had more potatoes though. I'm still kind of bummed about that. Oh, the smell's in here right now. Fan-damn-tastic. Okay, let me plate some, and then we'll go and give it a taste test. Alrighty, well I decided to use a bowl because she's actually pretty juicy, and I took a good large chunk out of her. There's probably enough in there for another 4 more meals, maybe 3. Probably the way I'm eating, 3. This is my second meal of the day. This entire rose pan comes in at grand total of 1,423 calories. So you divide that up into 4. Each serving is 350 calories. I won't be able to pull the macros till I'm on my computer because Fitbit app for the phone is a piece of crap. So I will get that for you. It'll be in the upper right hand corner. Or left hand. I can't tell them apart. Okay. See if we can get some of this onto a fork here. Yeah, I really, next time I make this, more brock. A lot more brock. Alright. Down the hatch. Mmm. Holy crap, that flavor. I love that herb and garlic stuff, guys. It can make the blandest foods taste the best. Okay, I'm gonna go eat. Talk to you in a bit. Alright guys, dinner was fan-damn-tastic. Quite possibly the best damn shepherd's pie I've had in a while. Now a lot of people are like I showed my friend and she's like, oh, I could never have shepherd's pie without having corn in it. And like I mentioned, you heard me talk about what I think of corn. You know, if you want to pack on weight, if you're a skinny mini and you want to pack on a few pounds, enjoy your corn, because that's what it's going to do to you. The problem with corn is it's very caloric. It's like very, very caloric. And you can eat a lot of it too. That's why it's so effective on fattening up animals, because they can just keep eating it. And it's highly caloric. So I just wanted to come downstairs and, oh man, what did I step on? Freaking dog kibbles. Yeah, my dog is such a bad eater. But what I want to do now is I want something sweet. I really want something sweet. Also, I think I'm going to go for a poop. Okay. Don't know how the heck mashed collie got stuck in the bottom of this thing, but totally had mashed collie in the cogwheel. Alright, let's get this ninja back together. And what I want to try and do is one of the guys I watch on YouTube, Greg Doucette. He's one of the guys who makes this, well, he calls it anabolic ice cream. Another guy I watch, Will Tennyson, he makes protein ice cream. Now, the one that Will makes is not as thick as the one that Greg makes. The one that Greg makes is like, holy crap, he's holding the he's like holding the ninja container above his head for like a good solid minute, and not a single drop is coming out. Like, to me, that's ice cream. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. What he does is he puts 2 scoops of protein. Now, I don't know if he uses casein or whey, but all I have is whey, so that's the way it's gonna be. Alright, and then he uses an equal portion of 140 grams of strawberries to 140 grams of ice. Alright, it's 141, so I guess I'm off by 1, so we're gaining weight. It's doing that thing. Okay, so into the guy it goes. And there we go, 141 grams of ice. Doesn't look like much. It's funny, a lot of these YouTubers that I watch doing this, they all obviously make really good money because they got fridges that spit out ice. And I gotta do mine in a tray like I'm in a freaking trailer park. There's nothing wrong with being in a trailer park. See how her tail is flicking around like that? There's a chippy outside. It's probably the same size as her. She wants to fight it. She would get annihilated. Yeah. When I watched Greg make this, he just used xanthan, well, he used guar gum, which is xanthan gum. I don't know where my xanthan gum is hiding now. I gotta find it. And I found it. Good old premium quality xanthan gum, straight from the grocery store to your face. Now, another ingredient that they used was this chocolate syrup. That's the reason why I knew about it. I wanted the pancake syrup for my waffles, but this actually worked out really good with the Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon of this into it. Now the only ingredient I don't have that they have is the PB2 or PB Me or PB Fit, or basically the powdered protein. Or powdered protein, my goodness. The powdered son of a bitch. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Powdered peanut butter. Frig's sakes, why was I drawing a blank on that? But I do have some coming in the mail via Amazon. It's just taking for freaking ever. Now the other thing is they're using silk almond milk. I only have cashew milk, so good enough, good stuff. Fire that into the blender here. Into the magic ninja what? Magic ninja what? And when it's all said and done, you're just a sausage in a bun. Okay, so next step is put the lid on, engage your power systems, flip the camera on the blender, and press go. Yeah, you be you. So we'll let that blend up and we'll check in on it once it's done. See, one of the problems with the Ninja is, like, you want to lick this like one of the beaters off of a mixer, right? But if you did that, you would slit your tongue off and die, because those things are razor sharp. But, like, you know, you kind of want to. Out of all the times I made this, guys, it's never turned out like this. So, like, he holds it over his head upside down. I'm not about to do that because I don't want to wear it. No, my luck today, I will. But, like, I'm holding it sideways, and as you can see, it's not moving. It's not moving. That is perfectly sideways with my head. It's like concrete in there. It is so thick. That is insane. And to think, this is almost 1.2 liters worth of ice cream. Grand total of calories, 400. Oh, 400 and change. We'll just say 400. I wanted ice cream today. This tastes great. What I've been missing this whole time from my protein ice cream, or anabolic ice cream as Mr. Doucette calls it. I don't know, I'm calling him Mr. He's only a couple of years older than me. Anyway, the only thing I was missing was the strawberries. I'm not a big fan of sweet things. I didn't put the artificial sweetener in here like he likes to do. But the strawberries, mother freaking game changer, boys. But anyway, I'm gonna eat my ice cream, edit this video, get it to start rendering. I gotta go to bed. 5 a.m. comes quick, and we got things tomorrow. And by things, I mean work. So on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. It is a long one today, freaking hour long. Wow, what was I thinking? But obviously I wasn't, so that's all right. If you liked the video, you know what to do. If you have a comment, you know where to leave it. And until next time, guys, stay safe and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.